to the farm today, and with it being October the 3rd, right now the evening hunts are better, quote unquote better, than the morning hunts, at least for me. And I say that because we are stuck in this terrible like 89, 90 degree pattern as of like the last every bit a week and a half, so 10 days, and we still got another 5 or 6 days before we break it. It's hotter than heck. I'm getting ready to head out. I got my e-bike all loaded up. Today. I'm up here at our northern farm, and I'm so excited. We finally have a west wind. Changed stands. I was in the timber, but I moved over to a field edge clover food plot. I'm hoping that I can at least see a doe tonight, see what happens. My fingers are crossed hard. Smoked one at 35 yards. Looked like a good double lung shot. I'm really excited because it's been a rough season for me. But 4 of them came out behind me downwind. Out of nowhere, I looked up and they were right there in the plot. I wasn't real sure if they were going to actually come back my way, but they did. Hey guys, what's going on? Today is November the 5th. We're heading out here at the small 6-acre farm. My wife's with me. We're going to be going up into the redneck box blind. I don't have any experience really hunting with a bow from it yet, so tonight could be interesting, but we're hunting over some beans and some winter wheat and clover. It's November 5th, so anything can happen. There's been a lot of does in these beans, hoping that it drags a big buck through for us. So what happened on this shot, unfortunately, I have 2 office chairs in that tight redneck box blind, and my bowstring, as it was releasing and going forward, hit the armrest of my wife's chair, and if you look closely, you can see that arrow kind of whip back and forth, and that's exactly what happened on that shot, and it was a little demoralizing, but I was very glad that I completely missed the doe and had no wounded doe on my hands.
I was sitting watching over the water hole, and all of a sudden I looked down, and basically 10 yards underneath of me, there's 2 yearlings, a butt buck and a doe fawn, and they went over to the water hole to drink. And shortly behind them was their mom. So I grabbed my bow from the seated position, and I waited for her to get behind the tree. She was perfectly at 20 yards at the water hole, but she was quarter to, and I did not like it. So I was held back already, and I was waiting and waiting. And she ended up coming closer, and she got to about 10 yards, and I did shoot. And I must have hit a little bit back, because after the shot, she went about 5 feet and just stood still. And then she didn't know what happened. I was watching the wound, and there wasn't a bunch of blood pumping out, so I think I got liver.
Overall, filming for me this year has just been nothing but a grind. Not for any excuse, but I just had too many errors. There'd be times where I'd forget to turn my camera on. I'd have times where my battery's dead. I'd have times where I felt like if I moved at the last second, I was going to get busted. Where deer would walk out of the frame. It was a never-ending vicious cycle. And unfortunately, bow season all the way up to rifle season just did not work out for any good filming material. But hopefully there's better stuff coming in the near future.